How's it going, everyone? My name is Stefan. I hope you're all doing great because I'm doing absolutely fantastic today. I'm doing fantastic because Sony has announced details concerning the Android Walkman. Now, for my younger audience who may not know, the Walkman was, is, and hopefully will be the state-of-the-art way of listening to music. For us in the 90s at least, it was the way to listen to music on the go via cassettes, and it was awesome. At the time, no one ever said, I've got a cassette player. They all said, I've got a Walkman. Just like now, you rarely say, I've got an Mp3 player. Usually people just say, I've got an iPod. And that was the way it was back then, and hopefully it will be in the future, because Sony is bringing out a new one. Sony and Android together, I should say. Now, Sony has revealed lots and lots of details about this, so let me just get into them pretty quickly. Now, because it's Sony, they have a Japanese release date and no other release date for international sales. The Japanese release date is December 10th of this year and will come in a 16GB, a 32GB, or 64GB capacity. However, as we all know, in this time and age, probably translating from Japanese to English cannot take that long. I'm no master of Japanese. I don't speak Japanese whatsoever, but I do speak English, and when it comes to MP3 players, I think play, pause, music, stop, rewind is pretty basic, so I think we can solve that hopefully pretty quickly. Now, let me give you a few more details about the Android Sony Walkman. There's a bit of confusion about the name, I'd say, because I've heard people call it the Sony Walkman, I've heard people call it the Android Walkman, but Sony's running with the Sony Android Walkman Series Z. Z like Zulu, by the way. So, it's kind of your pick what you want to call it. I'm going to call it the Android Walkman, or just simply the Walkman, because I'm sure that's what I'm going to call it eventually, and I'm sure they want that to be called too. I mean, we'll see. We'll find out anyway. So, the Android Walkman comes with a 1GHz dual-core NVIDIA Tegra 2 processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, and runs Android 2.3. Now, Android 2.3, in case you're wondering, is very, very quick, very, very smooth. It's almost flawless. It's ideal to have. I mean, I've got a pretty new cell phone, and my cell phone only runs on Android 2.2. So this is, all you'd ever want. It also comes with a great 4.3-inch LCD screen, which has a resolution of 480 by 800. And now, according to Sony's Japan store, sorry, I don't know why I stuttered there, Sony's Japan store, and mind you, I have to say this has been translated from Google Translate, but I think it was pretty self-explanatory. It comes in black, red, and a Sony Store Limited Violet Edition. We hope this is correct information, and we hope that the Violet Special Edition stays around for when they do the official international release date as well. So I can see that, getting lots of people mad if they don't. Now, a few more hardware features that are quite impressive, considering this is not a telephone or not a phone itself. It has a mini HDMI cable port, it has a DLNA port, and a mini USB port. It's also important to note that it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 2.1, among other wireless capabilities. It also runs, and has, and I think this is amazing, GPS and a gyroscope built in because it runs the full Android App Store. No restrictions, complete anything you can get on the Android App Store you can get on this product, which is absolutely great. Now, moving on to more important things, it runs 20 hours of battery life for music and only 5 hours for video, which is kind of typical because video drains the battery a lot quicker. As for sound enhancements, it comes with digital sound cancelling and a built-in S-Master MX digital amplifier, which is just a fancy way of saying it has clear sound quality, and supports codecs, I should say, such as, of course, Mp3, WMA, 8-tracks and 8-tracks Advanced, which probably is only in Japan, because that's the way they roll, linear, PCM, and AAC, as well as HEAAC, which is, of course, a subcategory of AAC, I guess. Now, we assume, as I said, the 8-tracks will only run in Japan because that's the way they do it, and it will also come, of course, with an FM radio built in, because nothing says kind of a Sony product without FM radio to spam their own products in adverts for it. If you don't know what I mean, listen to any Sony product which has an FM radio built in, and after every 4th, 5th song, you get, "Hello, I am blah blah from Sony. Have you heard of our new product? Please buy blah blah." So, but that doesn't matter because it's still radio and it's still kind of cool. Moving on. The Android Walkman also plays 1080p 30 frames per second video through AVCH and MPEG-4. Actually also plays through WMV, I have to say. I forgot to mention that one almost. So Sony has also incorporated a new mode called Clear Audio Technologies. This combines their three main sound enhancements called Clear Bass, Clear Stereo, and DSEE, which essentially, as I said, just makes a very, very clear and very, very nice sound. It gives you a nice feel when you're watching videos. It has to be said for sure, because whenever there's a situation with bass, you hear it very clearly. Whenever there's people talking over music, you hear the people talking very clearly, as well as the music playing background, also very clear. It's a very, very good thing to have. I mean, you might need to have good headphones to use it properly. And Sony Walkman does actually come with some pretty cool EX300 SL headphones, made by Sony, of course, which are very, very nice to use too. There's also, of course, inbuilt speaker that gets louder with a nice new inbuilt X Loud function. And when I say it gets louder, I mean, oh my god, it gets louder. Like, you do not want to hold this against your head when you click that function, because you'll be shell-shocked for a second. Now, what else can I really tell you? It comes with several pre-installed apps, of course, and these pre-installed apps will be Gmail, YouTube, Google Maps, Google Talk. Who would have thought, considering it's run by Android, right? It comes with a calculator and audio recorder. Now, it also comes with a thing called W Music, and is Sony's new Android playback app, I guess. I mean, it brings together like all the music players which Sony's been playing around with in the last few years, and puts it all into one big nice package. It has very interactive feel to it. You can drag and drop stuff. You can make playlists. It's kind of like they're not caving into iTunes or creating anything which looks like iTunes. Yet are creating a very, very nice music player feel to it, nonetheless. Sorry. Now you can of course choose various views while listening to music, which I think is pretty cool. You can listen to either having the cover art view, the library view, random channel mode, and Sense Me. Now, it has several nice animated visuals, which are pretty cool to watch, but also do drain your battery life consistently. However, if you just, bored and you listen to music and you just want to stare at your screen for 10 minutes, you can watch this for I don't know how long, and I've only seen different types of animations and never one animation which repeats itself, which is pretty cool. So, as I said, here come the more important details. The most important detail, I guess, which is the big selling or buying factor, which is of course prices. Now, as I said, it's only out in Japan, and I can tell you the Japanese price if you like, and roughly how much they convert to in dollars, US dollars. However, because it is Sony, and because essentially prices don't matter at this point, because whatever Sony decides to do in Japan has nothing to do with what they do in the US or Europe or the rest of Asia even. They can raise prices, change prices, it doesn't matter, because there's their own product in that certain region of the world. So I'll tell you the Japanese prices. For the 16GB version, you pay 28,000 yen, which is $363 currently, judging by exchange rates. The 32GB version costs about $428 or 33,000 yen, and 64GB version costs about 43,000 yen, which is $558. Seems quite expensive, but it is an absolutely amazing device, and it's the Walkman. I mean, it's the Walkman. So, you tell me, people, will the Walkman make a dent in the music business, in the music MP3 business, I should say? And do you think it will have an actual impact against the iPod, or do you think it's just going to be yet another MP3 player? Now, my thoughts on it, I think it's going to make a big impact. I think it might shake a few sales when it comes to the iPod, and I think it's essentially Android's way of just pushing into the market even more. I mean, the fact that it's Android pushing in there just makes it just so much sweeter. And yeah, just tell me what you guys think. I want to know if you'd buy it, considering if it would be the price I just mentioned above, which is either $360, $430, or $560. And if you think it's going to make a dent into sales, considering the iPod already rules the market. That's all. I'm sorry this video has been so long as usual, but that is all. I'll speak to you guys soon. Goodbye.